47% of millionaires built their wealth through owning a business. But here's the secret. Most of those businesses aren't flashy tech startups or viral brands. They're boring, repeatable services that quietly compound cash flow month after month, year after year. While everyone else chases the next big thing, these overlooked ventures are silently minting millionaires. In fact, laundromats, self-storage, and vending routes boast success rates in the 90% range, far outperforming most trendy startups that die in their first few years. What if the path to wealth isn't about innovation, but about embracing the utterly unglamorous? Today, we're going to expose the 6 boring business models that consistently produce millionaires. You'll discover the exact filters one ordinary guy, Harry, used to pick his first venture, and the precise moment his cash flow finally surpassed his 9-to-5 salary. This isn't about get-rich-quick schemes. It's about understanding the enduring power of necessity and predictability. By the end of this video, you'll see why boring isn't an insult. It's the entire point. If you ignore this, you'll remain trapped in the cycle of chasing fleeting trends, pouring your energy into ventures with high failure rates, and wondering why your income growth never truly takes off. You'll miss the quiet, consistent path to financial independence that countless others have already walked. Stay with me, because understanding these boring businesses could be the most exciting financial revelation of your life, saving you years of wasted effort and unlocking a predictable stream of wealth. Harry didn't start rich. At 32, he was an operations coordinator in a logistics company, earning a modest $3,419 a month after tax. His net worth was unimpressive, a paid-off hatchback and $863 in savings. He had been seduced by the siren song of the exciting routes. He'd launched a dropshipping store that never made more than $97 profit, dabbled in a crypto phase that turned $1,500 into $412, and even attempted a failed clothing brand that left him with 3 boxes of unsold hoodies. Every venture followed the same pattern: big hype, complicated funnels, and no predictable cash landing in his account every single month. It was a cycle of effort without reward, a constant chase for the next big thing that always seemed to elude him. One night, Harry stumbled upon a summary of The Millionaire Next Door. The central revelation hit him hard. Most real millionaires aren't Instagram influencers or Silicon Valley titans. They are self-employed individuals who run dull, normal businesses, repair companies, small factories, and local services people use again and again. This idea felt almost insulting to Harry. He had spent years chasing clever angles and sophisticated branding, yet here was a book telling him, be the boring owner of a necessary service and let time do the rest. He decided to treat that not as a quote, but as a profound experiment on his own life. Over the next 12 months, Harry plunged into research. He noticed the same business types resurfacing in countless millionaire success stories. These businesses weren't glamorous, but they were relentlessly consistent. 6 types in particular kept appearing with an almost uncanny regularity. This is precisely where his journey truly starts, and it's a blueprint for where yours might begin as well. The first boring business was laundromats. Harry initially dismissed this category, thinking, who even uses those anymore? But then he delved into the numbers. Urban areas were still packed with renters who lacked in-unit machines. Families frequently used laundromats for bulky items like bedding. What mattered wasn't the romance, it was the pattern. Every single week, people have an unavoidable need for clean clothes. They pay in small, manageable chunks, and they come back without you needing to remind them. Harry located an aging laundromat 15 minutes from his apartment. The owner was tired and ready to retire. The revenue was steady, but the place looked stuck in 1999. The sticker price was $198,000, with a net income of about $4,200 a month net. Harry scraped together $27,000 for a down payment by selling his hatchback and using a small line of credit. The owner agreed to finance the rest over 7 years.
Month 1 as owner, the numbers weren't sexy. After rent, utilities, soap, and the loan payment, Harry took home a modest $1,317. It was barely more than a side income, but it didn't require him to clock in for more hours at his soul-crushing logistics job. By month 6, after adding card readers and a subtle price increase, the net cash flow rose to $2,189. It wasn't explosive growth, but the direction was clear. Money was flowing in from machines spinning month after month. This was the quiet, undeniable power of boring. Next, Harry ventured into vending routes. While upgrading his laundromat, he noticed the consistent sales from the snack machine near the door. He realized the laundromat was also a captive audience business. He bought his first vending machine for $2,371 and strategically installed it near the entrance. He then acquired 3 more machines for a warehouse, an office lobby, and a local car repair shop. Vending is boring work. You drive, you refill, you collect small bills, and you track the totals. But that's why it works. By month 3, the 4 machines combined brought in $1,960 in profit. By month 12, after optimizing locations, the route cleared $2,413 a month. Now, laundry brought foot traffic, and vending monetized the waiting time. His logistics salary was $3,419, but his boring lane income was now over $4,600 and climbing. The third business was self-storage. This one initially scared him because the numbers were larger. However, he saw the powerful psychological pattern. People do not like letting go of their stuff. Once they've placed boxes into a storage unit, they tend to keep paying rent for months, sometimes even years. Harry partnered with a contractor who owned land but hated operations. They formed a simple split. Harry funded 31% of the build cost and ran all day-to-day operations. The mini storage facility lined up 24 units. By month 9, 18 units were filled at an average of $137 per month. Harry's share came out to a solid $1,594 per month. Adding that to the laundromat and vending route, Harry's boring empire was now bringing in more than $6,000 per month after all costs. This figure finally surpassed his 9-to-5 job salary. He realized the specific business type mattered less than the pattern: small, repeat payments for needed services. Before the final reveal, let's cover the remaining 3. Fourth, car washes. Simple, local washes are perfect examples of unglamorous leverage. You invest in equipment once and then let volume do the heavy lifting. A basic car wash can easily bring in hundreds of thousands in revenue with modest staffing. Fifth, pest control. Customers sign up once and stay on a regular route, ensuring highly predictable, recurring revenue. One route of 82 homes paying $59 a month generates $4,838 in gross revenue monthly. Finally, sixth, property management. Being the bridge between everyday landlords and tenants. A solo manager with 50 doors can bring in a solid $4,550 in gross fees every month. Harry focused on 3, but these 6 categories showed him the real lesson. You don't need a brilliant idea, just a boring one that survives. Here's the best reveal. 2/3 of millionaires are business owners, and many run what most people would dismiss as boring companies. They all use 3 underlying filters. Filter 1, customers pay you at least once a month without needing to be chased. This creates a predictable, recurring revenue stream. Filter 2, the customer's decision is low drama. The price is small enough to slide under the emotional radar. Filter 3, over time, you can own or control the asset under the cash flow. This is what flipped Harry's results. He stopped asking what business could go viral and started asking what boring business in his city already passed these filters. At 32, Harry's net worth was a mere $5,000. By 38, after just 6 years of focused, consistent, and utterly boring moves, the financial picture looked dramatically different. He still wore the same jeans and drove a practical car, but his financial reality had transformed. The laundromat was valued at $341,000. His storage share was $27,000, and the vending route was $89,000. Together with index funds and a simple home, his net worth officially crossed his $1 million mark at 38 years old. There was no single explosive year, no viral moment, just slow, steady compounding from unnoticed assets. This was the quiet power of the boring millionaire.
So how do you start? First, understand that you don't have to jump straight into full ownership immediately. You can step into this world gradually. Spend one quiet afternoon each week searching for real, boring businesses for sale in your area. Filter every listing through Harry's 3 essential questions. Second, don't underestimate the transformative power of tiny cash flow. The initial $1,317 a month from the laundromat didn't make Harry rich, but it proved he could earn without trading more hours for dollars. Stacking boring businesses is precisely how the numbers become interesting. Third, accept that boring is a filter for you too. Can you stomach repetition? Can you resist the constant temptation to chase the next shiny thing? If your honest answer is yes, then you are already ahead of most people who mistake excitement for opportunity. Tonight, pick one boring category that fits your city. Write down 3 concrete, tiny moves you can make. Find 5 neglected laundromats, search online for vending routes for sale, or call one property manager and ask them what tasks they hate most. These are tiny steps, but they are precisely what started Harry's path. 6 years later, people called him lucky, but they didn't see the nights he spent studying laundry machines instead of chasing hype. You only need to copy the fundamental principle: own boring. Serve needs, not trends. Systematically stack low-drama, monthly cash flow. If you commit to that with discipline, you might just look up one day and realize you've quietly printed your own fortune, built on the solid foundation of boring businesses. The path is there. It's unglamorous, it's quiet, and it's waiting for you to take that first boring step. Go make it happen. The millionaires of tomorrow are buying the boring businesses of today. Will you be one of them? The choice is yours. Start boring and wealthy. It's a pattern that works, and it's waiting for you to apply it. One machine, one unit, one route at a time. That's how it's done. That's how Harry did it, and that's how you can do it too. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Pick the boring moment and make it yours. Your future self will thank you for the boredom that built your freedom. This is the quiet explosion pattern, and now you know exactly how it works. Use it wisely. Stay focused, stay boring, and watch your wealth grow in the shadows where no one else is looking. That's the real secret to printing millionaires quietly. Good luck on your boring journey. I'll see you in the next one. Out. To truly understand why these businesses work, look at the psychology of the consumer. Most people are busy. When a pipe leaks, they want the plumber who shows up. This reliability is what you buy with a boring business. You are buying a slice of someone's routine. You aren't trying to convince people they need a new product. You are providing a better version of what they already use. Another layer is the lack of competition from brightest minds. Most tech entrepreneurs aren't interested in pest control. This leaves a vacuum of opportunity. By bringing modern efficiency to these old-school industries, you increase your margins. This is boring leverage. Harry didn't reinvent the wheel, he just put better bearings on it. He added card readers to machines that only took quarters. These small improvements created a massive competitive advantage. No one even noticed he was doing it. He was just the guy who owned the laundromat, quietly building a $1 million empire while the rest of the world looked for the next viral hit. That is the essence of the boring business millionaire. It's about building freedom on a foundation of reliability. Look around your city today. See the thousands of tiny, boring needs waiting to be served. The most exciting thing about a boring business is the owner's bank account. That's the pattern. Take that first step. One machine, one unit, one route at a time. Before you know it, you'll be the one they call lucky. But you'll know the truth. The boredom made you free. Take action today. Build something real, lasting, and incredibly profitable.